that rhythm.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't even do like our pre-show. What are we going to talk about? Oh well, we don't need that. We're too good. Thank you for thank you for welcome back to another episode of Hoosier Nerds podcast. You got Chris, and Mikey, and you got
Wait,
Chris
this
Bublin
says
and
by
Bublin.
attending this meeting, you consent to being recorded. I don't know if I consent to being recorded, Chris. I don't know if I want to do
I don't need your consent.
that. That's the first time that bubble's ever popped up. That's weird.
Probably somebody got mad at some point and they had to put the thing there.
Disclaimer.
hmm Your argument is consent enough for me.
I don't consent to being offended.
Well, we don't purposely want to offend people, but anymore we don't really care about what we say.
Everything offends people, so you don't know what you're
Yeah. And I know we've always been like, we're going to stay away from politics, but we've slowly gotten more and more political as time has gone.
Well, it's not that we've become more political. It's that it's just exposed itself because
Everything is political now.
everything is political.
Politicized. So I respect, if you want to believe whatever, I'll respect it. I don't have to agree with it, but you know what? It's a free country.
So I was at Castleton Monday night. Gun-free Castleton, I think.
Yeah, all malls are gun free, but
bullet-free Castleton on Monday night.
And yeah, everybody in there's probably packing. Let's be honest.
Yeah, everybody's got these little bags and satchels. They're carrying everybody. And so we saw this cat. Me and Josie, we see this cat because she loves cats. This black cat.
Wait, like an actual cat, or are you talking about like a person cat?
No, a cat.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about.
I thought you were going like.
No, like a what are they called? Fur something or other.
A kitty cat, a fur baby.
Fur baby. No, this is an actual cat. We were in the parking lot. We saw an actual like a stray.
Okay, I thought you were meaning like this cat,
feline.
as in like this person.
A feline.
Like, we saw this cat, and he was a pretty
cool cat.
We
saw a feline in the parking lot, and we're walking in, and she's like, "Where did it come from?" I said, "It's just a stray." I said, "It probably escaped from the Japanese restaurant here because there's a Japanese restaurant by the engine." She's like, "That's culturally inappropriate, Chris." I'm like, "We watch South Park. What is not?" I said, "Nothing's off base." I said, "I'm just saying what everybody else is thinking, that it just probably escaped from the restaurant, and that's why it's hanging out in the parking lot."
Let's be honest, everybody thinks it.
I'm like, "Well, you got it." She's like, "Yeah, you're right." She's like, "But still, that's not."
Oh, is she? Yeah, it's not right, but who cares?
Well, she knew where I was coming from.
Cats probably hang around like those Asian food restaurants just because they throw out a lot of like seafood.
Well, yeah, chicken, and yeah, I think so too. I think that's why it was there right there by that entrance there. There's a Chinese restaurant there, Japanese, and a McAllister's. Right next to the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
That's where it was. That's where we saw it. We went in that entrance there, and that's probably. I agree. I think that's why it hangs out there because there's, seafood and chicken.
A buffet.
Yeah. It liked the shitty food.
Did you go watch Marvels?
Did anybody go watch Marvels?
The biggest flop in Marvel history.
They're trying to blame everything. They're blaming the strike because they weren't able to go out and promote it.
No, it was promoted plenty. I knew it was happening.
Yeah.
Well, I was watching Fox 59. They were talking about it and how it bombed. And one of the people there asked one of the other broadcasters, "Did you see the Marvels this weekend?" He's like, "No, he says, I didn't go see it." He says, "Had nothing." He says, "I'm not hating on it. It's just I saw the previews and it didn't look good." That's exactly what he said. And I'm like,
I saw the first trailer and I was like, that's a pass. That's a pass.
Yeah.
I think it's just getting in. I think it's just getting to the end of like the superhero era. Like,
yeah.
I think we were in it for 15 years.
When did?
I think it just comes in waves.
When did the first
Yeah,
Iron
'cause
Man come out? That's when I think the
was that 07?
superhero.
07, 08 was Iron Man. So
Oh
yeah, he's
wait,
right, about 15
yeah.
years. Which makes sense. I mean, you go through those like back in the 50s and 60s, they were westerns,
You couldn't miss with a western.
Right. And then in the 80s, it was the macho, violent, Rambo, Schwarzenegger, the action movies,
Mhm.
all that. It was action movies was the genre, and then you just get those genres that just hit after hit after hit, and then after a while, they die off. And
Do you think so? There's because of multiple things. Marvel there's rumors that Marvel is switching up this latest phase. So there's a bunch of news that came out. I don't know why it came out all of a sudden, but maybe like leaks and stuff, quote unquote leaks. But you know how the guy that plays Kang the Conqueror in Loki and in the new Ant-Man movie, they have they're going to probably recast him because he got arrested for uh domestic abuse, and like he's in going to trial here soon. So they're either going to recast him, or they're going to completely get rid of that villain who is being built up to be the new Thanos of the new phases.
in the comic books,
Yeah, he's a big villain in the comic books. Like
they can't
he's
get
on the
rid of him.
level of Thanos, but they're talking about getting rid of him and bringing in a different villain for this phase.
I just think it's worked its course, and now they're just milking every dime they can get out of it.
Yeah.
I mean, what else can they do with him though? Like that's what I don't I said I don't know him very well. Like in the comics, I never read him, but I guess besides that, I feel like the best way to like reintroduce him is just make a movie about him. But it
Well,
seems so complicated the way they kind of already introduced him and how he's like
they've already
the
done
creator.
character remakes, and like nobody thought anything about it. Brody, the first Iron Man Brody, they changed him to Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
There's a few other actors they did.
Shit, you can change. You can. I mean, you can do that with anything. I mean, they've done it to Batman how many times? Spider-Man. So
It's nothing bad, we just accept it.
yeah, but it's got to be a good story. Aquaman's gonna bomb.
Yeah.
I mean, nobody likes Aquaman anyway, but I think that's gonna bomb too. I don't look. You know what I think is gonna happen? I think you got Napoleon coming out then next week, and I think it's gonna do really well, like really, really well at the box office, and
Mhm.
I think you're gonna see people wanting to get back to not necessarily period pieces, but stories, movies that are stories.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Oppenheimer. I mean,
Like, something to bite into, not just like frosting.
right? Exactly. I mean, Barbie hit, and that hit different, but that's a funny movie. And
Barbie
it's
was just a good comedy. I don't
it's
think
good.
anybody
It
expected
was,
it to be good.
yeah, it was, and it wasn't just. I mean, guys could enjoy. I enjoyed it. I mean, that was the unexpected blockbuster. But I think Oppenheimer proved that people want something with like you said, they want something to bite into, something with substance. I don't mind a good popcorn movie every once in a while, but when they just keep churning them out, it's just the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
You got, and that's what was great about the new Batman was
Uh-huh.
it had substance. You know what I mean? It was a character piece. He wasn't like a mega superhero. He was just an everyday guy.
And I
Mhm.
think they spun it into like the detective part because like he was trying to
Yes.
solve the crimes too, and like I'm guessing the crowd, like at least I was, you're like, okay, I wonder like how they're like you're trying to solve the crime as well, like you're trying to
Yeah.
like just you're in solidarity with them.
Yes. No, you're right. Yeah. But like you said, that was like a detective story, really.
Yeah.
It wasn't a superhero movie.
Yeah.
And when and Joaquin Phoenix's Joker was the same way.
Joaquin
know.
Phoenix's Joker was only the Joker in name. Like he wasn't even the Joker until like the last 10, 15 minutes of the movie.
Right, but it was a storyline about a man who's disturbed and how hard it is to, those people that are on medications that can't get their medications that those people need. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, it had substance, it had bite
And
to
it showed the state of not just him, but the citizens of New York and the way, or Gotham, and how the government ran Gotham, like just the behind the scenes stuff that like they talk about in
Right.
other Batman films, but you actually kind of get to see it and why the Joker is the Joker, or how he kind of was created.
Right, exactly. Yeah, there were no henchmen and goofy comic booky. There was nothing comic booky
There
about
was
the
no
Joker or the Batman.
there was
Because he's
no
motivation.
goofy laughs and mustache twirling.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which those are fine, but this was just I'm excited for the new Joker when it comes out.
With Lady Gaga.
With Lady
as,
Gaga, yes.
Is she Harley?
Should be Harley, I think, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I don't mind her as Harley. That's not a bad casting.
No, I don't think it's a bad cast.
No.
And it's supposed to be a musical also, so she can sing.
I mean,
Well, that's
she did sing Poker Face too, so it's a little it's a little in theme.
But I just think that popcorn. Plus, like you said, they invented these characters for this movie. They invented a character for this movie, and changed things around and made it part of the current their agenda where they think they were going to reach out and make a difference, and it backfired on.
Oh,
Never.
what's it called? The Blade movie. You know how they're redoing Blade and putting it in
Yeah.
the Marvel universe? Did you hear what they had to go through a whole round of rewrites because Kathleen Kennedy got her hands on it, and he wasn't even going to be the main guy in it. There's going to be he was the fourth main actor, and it was a women's story all above him.
Yeah.
It was legitimately put a chick in it, make it gay.
It's exactly right.
The Pandaverse.
Well, that was the joke. People were saying the Pandaverse is real.
Dude, everybody is talking about how much that has struck a chord with everybody. It took a freaking South Park episode for people to open their eyes, for crying out loud. How long have I been crying that I just want a movie with a story? How long have I been
Forever.
preaching that? Exactly. And I think we're going to start to get them. I'm really excited about Napoleon. I might go on Thanksgiving because I don't have anything going on until like 6:30 that night. So.
Do you work on
Tina,
Friday?
eat your dinner.
What? Hold on. I had two different questions there.
No, I said, Tina, eat your dinner.
You know how often I say that? I say that all the time. Tina, here's your dinner.
Fat lard.
Yeah, I work till noon on Friday. So.
Okay. Yeah, I work all day. I work till by 4:30, so I won't be.
Maybe I'll go Friday and I'll just take a picture of myself in the movie theater and send it to you.
Oh well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Because Josie's got to work till like 11 that night, so we're not doing anything but on that Friday. So.
You and your 18-year-old. Well, I guess
She's 19 now. Thank you. She had a birthday. She's 19. Sidekick, partner in crime.
Whatever.
Which, speaking of which, we are going this Saturday. We're going to Chicago.
Oh.
For the Day of the Dead Comic-Con.
Okay. I've never heard of it.
It was in Indianapolis, but I think it was like there was like a race week. There was something going on that we couldn't go. But her friend, she has a friend up near Maryville in that area. She wants to go too, so we're picking her up and then going. It's in Roseline. It's out by O'Hare Airport. It's at a hotel. But it's like a horror con. It's like a Comic Con, except it's got like the I guess Ace Frehley's going to be there for some reason. Ace Frehley. He's part of Kiss. Well, he used to be in
Oh.
Kiss. It's the guy who was the Terrifier in the second Terrifier movie. Hang on, I'll do the list. Hang on a second, I'll bring it up. But it's full of like celebrities. Tracy Lords is going to be there. Jenna Jameson is going to be there.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah. So
I don't know. It's a little late for that. I feel like Halloween's already passed.
well, yeah, but this is a whole con.
This is
so-
Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead is like, isn't Day of the Dead like after Halloween?
Yes, it is actually. Day of the
What
Dead,
what day
Chicago.
is it for? What day is it for the Spanish culture? The Dia de.
Day
Well,
of the Dead
that's-
is November 1st. So technically it's still past.
Let's hear. Hang on one second. Alyssa Sutherland, she's from Evil Dead Rise. Jeff Brockton, who was in Scream 3, he was the Ghostface. Harry Hamlin, he was in the original Clash of the Titans. Danielle Harris. Danielle Harris was the little girl in Halloween 4 and 5, and then she played, she was in the Rob Zombie Halloween. You've got a bunch of people from Friday the 13th, Part 3. Stacey Dash from Clueless. You got some Sons of Anarchy people. Kim Coates. Billy Mosley's going to be there. CJ Graham, he was Jason in Friday the 13th, Part 6. Mark Boone Jr., he was in Halloween 2, Sons of Anarchy, and The Mandalorian. Charisma Carpenter from Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Judith Roberts, she was in Dead Silence. Ross Marquand, who was in Avengers Infinity War. And The Walking Dead. Felissa Rose, she was in Terrifier 2 and Sleepaway Camp. Scout Taylor Compton was in Halloween. David Sheridan, he was Doofy in Scary Movie. Remember, I just cleaning my room. Dean Cain's gonna be there. Five Nights at Freddy's. So there's all kinds of people that are gonna be there, and I'm sure there's gonna be shopping like a regular Comic-Con. And but we're going to that. Maddie's a huge fan of the Terrifier movies, so I think she's gonna meet the Terrifier guy, David Howard Thornton. Oh, he was in the. Who put up the trailer for the mean one, the Grinch? Was that you, Mikey?
Yeah.
He is the Grinch in that movie. David Howard Thornton was. He was the mean one.
Oh, okay.
He was Terrifier 2, and then he was the mean one in that Grinch movie.
I
but-
just noticed it because I was looking up streaming services to watch How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and you have to pay for it. So, and then I just ran across that. And I watched the trailer. I'm like, oh, this is kind of like creepy.
Yeah, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Sorry to interrupt, but How the Grinch Stole Christmas is not on any streaming platform unless you pay with Amazon.
I
Seriously?
know. Yep.
Not yet.
I don't know if it will be or not.
It was on Netflix last year, I thought.
I watched it somewhere last year.
Yeah, it was on Netflix or Max last year.
Okay, it was on Max last year. Okay.
I couldn't remember. It was on something last year, but I know we watched it last year, but it's like I was looking for it now, and it's like it was nowhere.
Well, it ain't Christmas time yet, Chris.
Yeah, I was like hoping maybe they get on sometime, or like I'll run into like Target or something, and it'll have like a $5 bin with it. But I doubt it'll go for $5. Probably go for like 15.
The cartoon was on the other day, Sunday. I think it was on. I didn't watch it, but I saw that it was on. But anyway, so we're doing the Days of the Dead Con, and there's got more celebrities than Indiana Comic Con ever gets. So
Yeah, Chicago's bigger.
well, I mean, this ain't even in Chicago. This is in Rosemont. This is out by the airport. It's at a hotel.
It's still Chicago.
I'm kind of stoked though. They're doing a Q&A session with Danielle Harris and Scout Taylor Compton. Scout Taylor Compton was Laurie Strode in the Rob Zombie Halloween. So they were in the Rob, and the other one was Danielle Harris was her friend. So I'm kind of excited about that Q&A session. So we're doing that this Saturday. So there you go.
I don't have any plans this weekend. I don't think.
I'm busy this weekend, unfortunately. Well, fortunately for what I'm doing, but
Wait, were you band geeking?
yeah.
Is it like that time of season, like where it's like every weekend, or is it?
Right now is honor band, so it's like, yeah. And then in a bit, it's like a solo and ensemble, and then summer is the big season for her. That's when it's like a marching band, and that's when it's every day, and then
But
every
she's
weekend.
pretty much busy all year long.
Yeah, virtually, yeah. So
Something.
I think if you'd have married a swim teacher, Chris, it'd probably been more fun. I mean, being a swimmer.
well, I don't mind. I like going to all these band things. It's fun. I like listening to music and
Yeah, keep telling yourself that, buddy.
I do enjoy it. Don't you would enjoy it
No,
too? I bet.
Well, I took a music appreciation class when I went to school for Fort Wayne, and I went to some like I guess orchestras or whatnot, or concertos or whatever you want to.
Whatever they're called.
Yeah.
Well,
So I mean,
I did show
but
choir.
they played some classical stuff. They played like I went to one. They played the Halo theme and some other stuff. Like some of it's really cool. I can sit there and listen to it. Like, but
No, I did show choir with Josie, and it was fun. It is a lot of fun. It actually is, but it's damn exhausting because you gotta get up at the butt crack of dawn. It's balls cold out. You gotta load stuff up and then drive an hour or two or longer. And it is a long. You don't get home till 11:30 at night. It is a long, long, long day, but it is fun. I did enjoy it.
Both years she's been here, she's gone to state and state band day. This last year we didn't have to get to the competition until like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. I can't remember, but this year we had to get up at 4 a.m. and we were there and we didn't get home until like 2 a.m. the next day.
That's
oh
exhausting.
my god!
Because they performed in like one of the first blocks, and then of course we got to stay there until awards, and then they made it to the championship round, so then we had to stay for the second round, and then we had to stay for awards.
So you don't know if you're staying until the awards come out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the way show choir's the same way. We never advanced, but there was always that possibility.
It's one of those things where her school that she's at, it's one of those things where her school's made it like every year for so many years that it's kind of like, yeah, they're gonna make it no matter what. It's kind of like Western not making it to the state championship for ISMA.
Do you think there's like favoritism and some bands get through based
Yeah.
off of favor? I mean, I think show choir is the same way.
Name alone gets you through sometimes, and I've noticed that.
We were at Southport. I think we were at Southport, and there were a lot. We were the farthest show choir north, right? Because we were Kokomo, so we came the farthest north from the north, and there were a few choirs that were not good at all, and they beat Kokomo out to be advanced. And I was like, "There's no way."
No, I can say so. In summer band, the championship not this year, but the last year, Kokomo got a perfect score, and it was like there's no way they got a perfect score. There is favoritism, and Kokomo is the biggest school that does. Kokomo has a really big summer band, but they wouldn't be able to compete in fall band because they would be going up against Carmel and Avon and Fishers, and those Carmel, Avon, and Fishers Carmel and Avon I think top place 1 and 2 nationally at Bands of America this year, and Avon was like 10th or 11th. They put out the rankings. I saw it on Facebook. Kimberly shared it, I think, but it's like they would be up against bands that place like top 10 in nationally.
Well, I mean, their show choir's the same way. I mean, you go to some of these competitions and, it's like some schools are pulling up in a Formula One rig, and Kokomo
Yeah.
looks like we're pulling up with a sprint car. That's the difference.
Hmm.
They have painted rigs. They got. I mean, Kokomo does, but God, their trailers are old and shitty. Because I towed one.
It's
They're-
weird because you look at like their marching band rigs, their trailer, and it's really nice.
Dude,
They-
I saw I don't know who it was, like last week or the week before, and it was a high school band, and it was a semi.
Oh yeah, Taylor has one. Taylor, Western had one at one point. I think Kokomo does. They do. Yeah, people
was a
donate
semi.
their
It was a big
semi and their
rig.
trailer. I know
Yeah.
Taylor definitely does because I've Kimberly helped unload it one time when we were dating still. Maybe not unload it, but she was there, at semi-state with them around it.
Those are the
But-
schools they get charter buses. They don't have to drive school buses.
They are Cobra or they are Global Gym, and then you guys are Average Joe.
Yeah. Kokomo is very much Average Joe's. That is the truth.
when it comes to some things, but
Yeah,
other times
yeah.
they're global gym, like
Yes.
basketball and football.
Yeah, show choir is
Nobody
global.
takes
Show choir is
a lot.
Average Joe's. That is the God's honest truth.
And I want to, I'm gonna say I am not an expert in anything band related, so take this as somebody who enjoys watching marching band and doesn't know much about it, but enjoys it and is learning fast.
Are there parents there that have say so and so's dad?
Yeah, there's when we were at the state championship in Indy a couple weeks ago, and in front of us it was so and so's dad, so and so's uncle, and so's grandpa. I'm like,
Oh my God!
who cares?
They do
Did
that.
it-
They show up
did-
as show choir. Like our poor kids at Kokomo, they can't even get their parents half the time to show up.
That's how it is here. Like it's like pulling teeth to get parents sometimes.
Well, look who drove the equipment. I wasn't even related, and I'm driving equipment truck because
You
they
got
can't get parents.
volunteered.
I did, and I don't mind, anything to help her out and help the school. I know that's my school, so why wouldn't you want to help where you went? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I enjoyed it. The kids were great. It was a fun experience, but yeah, parents do not want if I didn't drive, nobody would. That's the
Well,
cold hard facts.
and like we had our booster meeting. We're trying to figure out like, and I'm sitting there trying to think like, why do parents not want to help? Because it's like they want to help, but and that's not it's not everybody. And it's also when it is like summer, I can see it being a little harder than like other times to get help. And it's definitely grade levels because I've noticed that middle school parents, they're all over it if you need help.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the younger the kid, it seems like the more they're willing to help. But I think by time they get to like senior year, it's like, okay, well, I'm done.
Well, I noticed if the parents did show up for the competitions, it was the competitions in, like we went north. We went north of Fort Wayne. We went to Huntington. They don't show up there. They show up in Indianapolis because once they're done singing, well, we're gonna go out to eat. They make it a day trip to Indianapolis. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
They go shopping. They go watch the kids sing, and then they leave and go out to dinner. And we're lucky if we get a stop at Chick-fil-A on the way home. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's
I
kinda
hope to be
shitty,
one of
really.
those parents where I go to everything. And fortunately, I'll probably also be the ones like I'll join the boosters. I'll do this.
Be driving the equipment truck.
They already,
don't have-
oh my gosh, I was sitting there talking to the bus drivers because I don't have anyone else. I'm not gonna sit there and talk to like anybody else really. And I was sitting there talking to the bus drivers after everybody was unloaded, and they learned I had it at CDL, a Class B CDL, and they're like, "Oh, you should come drive. You should come drive. You could drive. We can have you drive to all the competitions." It's like, one, you guys don't pay enough, and two, I doubt me, lonely old me who just started, would have the seniority to drive.
Dude.
Band stuff, for that extra money.
Dude, I did it for free, and I had instruments, I had costumes. They rented a truck. I drove a rental truck.
Well, I know you drove a U-Haul because
I drove a
the Kokomo
U-Haul.
one
I
broke
drove
down.
a freaking I drove a Kokomo Schools pickup truck and hauled a 25-foot trailer behind it. I had never driven it with a trailer in my life. And I'm hauling this big ass, all this stuff belongs to the school. You think they care who drives? They don't care, man. They just want somebody to drive.
Well, I'm saying the bus drivers. They have bus drivers that drive because that's extra money in the bus driver's pocket.
Yeah, I have a friend of mine. She's a bus driver, and she works on Saturdays a lot to pick up money. But she does custodial stuff too. She works in the summertime, So she's got money coming, generating all year long for Western. So
I do. Okay, so kind of change subjects. There is something I do want to. I know we're kind of got away from this topic, but it's something I wanted to talk about. I put it in the group chat. I don't know if you guys all saw it, but I wanted to talk about like the best moments from each phase of Marvel because Marvel is dead. Let's be honest. I know you said the time every phase ends, but I want like phase 1 when Captain America says Avengers Assemble during in the first Avengers movie, or something like that. Like, what's your favorite scene or moment in each phase? So, do you guys want to do that now, or do you want to wait? Because I can just name the movies, and I bet you guys think of a scene or two.
I don't. Anything from Guardians, those are my favorite. So.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Chris isn't going to do it, but I can guess Mikey and Tim can.
The one at the top of my head right now is, of course, Iron Man, where he's like, "This is Jericho" or something, and then like bombs, like take out that mountain range.
Yeah,
I was also thinking of an Iron Man reference.
Yeah.
Maybe we can save this topic, but I just thought it'd be interesting because Marvel is dead, so we can talk about the highlights of every phase that we can remember. So phase 1, as you all probably know, it was Iron Man 1, Incredible Hulk, Iron Man 2, Thor, Captain America, and the Avengers. I think it was easy for that one.
So it didn't start with Spider-Man and then Hulk?
No. The Hulk, the second Hulk movie is the first Iron Man movie, or is the second Hulk movie is considered the first in the Marvel MCU.
Is that the Edward Norton one?
Which one? Who's Edward? I got to think of who Edward Norton is.
Oh my God!
That's the Edward Norton one.
He was in.
Did they ever make this with Mark?
No, they never made one with Mark. Mark. It's the only Hulk thing with him is She-Hulk.
So he never had a standalone.
Because the legitimate reasons behind that, Marvel said, was they were afraid because the first 2 Hulk movies didn't do good. They were afraid that his movie wouldn't be good.
Yeah, that first one wasn't very good.
The first one was good, but the second Hulk movie is good. But I think best thing in that phase was, like I said, when they're defending New York and Captain America says Avengers Assemble, then does like they all group up on that bridge and does like the round shot on them. Oh, that was just an awesome scene. I remember I saw that senior year of high school, and that was awesome.
The first Avengers movie?
Yeah, that's phase 1. The best part of phase 1. The best scene.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that is a good movie, actually. So. Honestly,
we can come back to this because I don't think this topic's going to work that well. It's okay. I tried.
Sorry, I was barking.
It's okay. And Tim is taking a hit.
No, I'm not.
What was that coughing?
Oh, my phone's next to my headset. I'm still in the Xbox party. I just took my headset off. That's Brad coughing.
Oh, tell Brad I said sup.
I don't even have my headset on.
There's another almost Iron Man moment where I've been trying to think of some as you guys were talking, but like when he was fighting the Hulk and like I guess he called down like he turned into the big Iron Man.
Oh, the in the Avengers: Age of Ultron.
Yeah, and then there's always Hulk throwing Loki around like it's a doll.
Mm-hmm.
That was always it.
We'll come back to this one.
Okay.
Because there is something else I wanted to bring up. I don't know if Chris could talk much of this one, but I think the three of us can. So they announced the categories and the nominees for the 2023 Game Awards.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, I got a
we-
gigantic boner when I heard about all those.
Oh, shut up. We always talk about the Oscars or whatever, so we can talk
I'm
about
so
this a little
glad.
bit.
I'm so glad Starfield's not in the running for Game of the Year.
No, so for those of you who don't know, the game's in the running for Game of the Year, and I agree with all of these, but I'll tell you which one I think is
Yeah, I
should
think they're all pretty accurate. I think.
Alan Wake 2, which is kind of a low key release, but I've only heard good things about it. Baldur's Gate 3, love that game. Marvel Spider-Man 2,
Which shouldn't even be in the running because it came out like
3 weeks.
like 3 weeks ago.
yeah,
I feel like it's a little unfair because you're trying to play on the high of Spider-Man 2. It is a really good game. I've watched plenty of gameplay, but
yeah,
Game of the Year, and
It's
it's only
too
been
soon.
out for 3 or 4 weeks. That's a little ridiculous to even be in the category.
yeah. And then I don't agree with this one because it's a
Well,
remake.
don't they do
but
that with
Resident
the
Evil
Oscars
4.
though too? Like it's a movie that nobody's ever seen and it
Yeah.
gets nominated for an Oscar. Is it
And
like
it only
that?
came out like the week. Yeah, it's kind. No, because this is a big game. Like this was a big release. But no, it's not the same. It's not Oscar. It's not Game Award bait. This is, or like Oscar bait. This is like a legitimate game. And don't get me wrong. It should be in the running for Game of the Year, but I do agree. I don't think it should be in this year's Game of the Year.
Yeah.
award.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I feel like it's come out like way
The hype-
too recently.
The hype is
train
too recent.
is too high, and everybody's like, "Oh, this game is so good!" Blah 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 blah. Although I will say that the voice of Spider-Man is Yuri Lowenthal, which is Sasuke. I'm just saying.
Mhm. And he is up for Voice Actor of the Year, but we'll come back
And
to
he
that.
is. Yep.
Then the next one is Resident Evil 4, which I don't think should be in the running because it's a remake. So you're just like off the hype and of the old game. And then Super Mario Brothers Wonder, which I never knew came out.
Also came out. I mean, it came out like 2 months ago, but I kind of feel like it falls in the same category as Spider-Man.
And then a game that I didn't realize, like I forgot came out, was the new Legend of Zelda game, Tears of the Kingdom.
It's a good game. Definitely, it's going to be that or Baldur's Gate. Those are going to be.
I think with how hard Baldur's Gate took off, like Baldur's Gate went to the moon and back, and then back to the moon. I think Baldur's Gate will win.
But Zelda,
Yes, it is.
Zelda was also just as hyped and shit when it came out. People were like sharing all of their crazy inventions and
all the machines they
you have
made.
the underground world and you have the sky world. So I mean, I think the only thing that might hold Zelda back is that you have to play at like 30 FPS on the Switch because it doesn't have it. So
it's only on the Switch.
Game in general, I feel like it's a pretty close, like 50-50 could go either way. But I think because Zelda is stuck at like 30 FPS and only on the Switch, it's gonna hold it back. I mean, I guess Baldur's Gate's only on the PC right now, but
I thought it was on Xbox also.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
It's supposed to be the end of this sometime. It should be within like either November or December.
I think it should be Baldur's Gate personally, but I would not be surprised if it's Legend of Zelda or even Spider-Man.
Baldur's Gate is just gonna win so many of the other awards. I hate seeing one game just sweep. And I mean, like, it's nothing against Baldur's Gate 3 is a fantastic game. It definitely deserves to sweep, but I hate when just one game is going to win it all.
Same. I think others should win. But at the same time, if it's that good of a game, it should win everything.
Final Fantasy's like community managers or whatever were voted one of they actually won that community support award or whatever the last like 4 or 5 years or something.
Oh, yeah, they've been
What's even better is that Destiny's community support team got nominated for that thing, and Bungie just fucking fired all of them like 2
I was
weeks ago.
gonna say, didn't they just clean house?
So I kind of want them to win just because it'd be hilarious, but then I don't want them to win because then that'd be like so fucked up because all those people got fired.
Yeah, and the people up there aren't even the ones that got voted for. Let's roll through a couple more of these categories. I'm not going to go over all of them because Best Game Direction Award for Outstanding Creative Vision and Innovation in Game Design. It's the same games as the last one. It's legitimately all the same games.
Yeah.
So, gonna pass it. Best Narrative for Outstanding Storytelling and Narrative Development in a Game. Okay, that was Alan Wake 2, Baldur's Gate, Cyberpunk, Phantom Liberty, which I need to buy, but it's like full price. But I've only heard good things about it. Final Fantasy and Spider-Man. I think Best Narrative will probably go to either Alan Wake or Final Fantasy.
I was gonna say probably Final Fantasy. Cyberpunk sucked ass when it came out. I mean, I know Phantom Liberty's not it coming out, but
where's Diablo 4 on any of these?
Good luck with that one.
Do they have like categories like porn categories too? So like, they have like best jizz shot and best
Diablo 4 was in a category.
No.
Do they have like best gun or best?
That's
wrong. Yeah, I was gonna say that's AV.
Do they have like best? What is it? What are they called when you get a
money shot?
No, not money shot. No, in a video game. Best. What are they called when you get a new outfit? What are those things called? Josie buys them all the time.
Microtransactions?
What?
Oh, it's whatever it's called in Fortnite because I'm sure she plays Fortnite.
Skin.
Yes, skin. Do they have like best skin?
They might honestly. We'll go through to it.
Or best. Oh no, we don't have to. I'm just asking.
Oh,
just curious.
Best art direction. Best looking game, I guess.
Yeah, best visually looking game.
Best score and music, same ones. It's all about the same ones. Best audio design.
Why do they have like best kill? That would be awesome. Like best kill in a video game.
Now, here's what I want to talk about: best performance of a voice actor. Ben Starr for Final Fantasy, Cameron Monaghan, the guy from Star Wars, Idris Elba for Cyberpunk, Elaine Libbard for Neil Newborn for Baldur's Gate, and Yuri Lothanol from Spider-Man. Let's be honest, it'll
all
probably
these guys
be
are going to
Star
be at
Wars.
Comic-Con next year, aren't they?
Probably. It'll probably be Cameron for Star Wars because I think he won it last time too.
I don't know. Idris Elba put on pretty good performance in Cyberpunk.
He did.
So it might be Idris Elba.
I hope it's Yuri though.
That's probably Idris's like first like voice acting like major. I don't know.
He voice acted in Cats.
Let's be serious. If Yuri wins, it's going to be because he's Sasuke, not because he.
Yeah.
If he loses, I'm gonna video myself deleting the game off of my game system.
How dare you?
Because you can't crush games anymore. You can't throw them out or burn them out. Watch, I'm gonna delete this game.
That's like
Mikey.
Burning a jersey.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, deleting a game and recording it is the same as burning a jersey. That's exactly right.
Mikey, here's your Diablo 4 entry. Innovation in Accessibility Award. Let me read the recognizing software and or hardware that is pushing the medium forward by adding features, technology, and content to help games be played and enjoyed by an even wider audience. I don't know how that's Diablo 4 because I don't understand what it did.
Because it had like all different accessibility options.
So, do they also have a fan award for the amount of consecutive days without getting laid because you play video games all the time?
No.
They have like a list of gamer
that would be a
tags
tight ass competition, wouldn't it?
You're brave for saying that. I've been in your house before. I'm just saying. I'm not saying I'm not a nerd, but you might want to be careful of who you talk shit to. I have dirt.
Let me just go over this games because I've done it for every other one we kind of talked about. Diablo 4, Forza, Hi-Fi Rush, Marvel Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat 1, and Street Fighter 6,
I'm picking
which I did not
Forza.
know Street Fighter 6 came out.
Gotta be Forza.
Games for impact, for a thought-provoking game and pro-social meaning message. Nobody cares. Best ongoing. I'm guessing this is for awarded for outstanding development of ongoing content that helps evolve the play game. Basically, Apex, Cyberpunk, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Genshin Impact. Let's be honest, Fortnite's gonna win,
Yeah.
but it should probably be Cyberpunk
Dude, they just
or
announced
Final Fantasy.
because I saw this on Facebook. Lewis Hamilton, Formula One champion, as a Fortnite character now. A Fortnite as Lewis Hamilton.
Let's just all
I'm surprised
remember.
it's not like Max Verstappen or something.
And he's only got 2 championships. So
He would
Let's
like-
just. I forget. Oh yeah, I was just gonna say about Fortnite. Let's just remember that to remember how and why and the message that the Emperor put out, you had to play Fortnite before the to understand like what the Emperor's message was to the galaxy before Rise of Skywalker. You had to play Fortnite.
is that like on the South Park where they waited for them to say shit on the TV show and it was like this great big build
You
up?
can say shit on television.
Hey, you got shit. You got some shit in your mouth. You got some shit on your face.
You got a
That
little
was it.
shit. We're gonna say shit twice. It's brilliant. Think of the repetition.
Like there's nothing. Like there was no content. There was no context whatsoever to what he said. He just, it's kind of like the South Park build up to saying shit on TV.
Did he just say it? No, he said shipped.
Yeah, shit. Oh, by the way, you have some shit on your mouth or on your face. Oh my god, that was it. I know. I mean, you gotta. I give it to the Fortnite people because let's create a platform with basic shit, and then these stupid ass kids are gonna spend all of their money on skins and weapons to just keep adding on to the game. I mean, that is pretty genius.
I've bought plenty of stuff in game, so
Yeah, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, Josie spends a lot of money on Overwatch shit. Mind-boggling.
I never bought any skins in Overwatch. I never bought any packs in Overwatch, but I don't want to talk about my World of Tanks and World of Warships
Oh my! She made
investments.
she made it.
the
I think she
worst.
made an Insta story complaining about something on Overwatch, and I was like, "Oh my god, you sound like Cartman, for God's sakes."
You should have been like, I'm surprised at the end you weren't like, fuck you guys, I'm going out.
Any more of these? I just gotta go over a couple of these. More of these. There's best community support. That's one you were talking about, Tim. Best independent game. Best debut indie game.
What are those? Are those just like small companies that put out video
Indie
games?
game.
Yeah, here.
Are those
best,
good? I mean,
Yeah,
are some
oh,
of
yeah.
those good? I'm sure they are. It's like
That cat.
I mean, if you think about it, Minecraft was an indie game.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Blossomed into what is Minecraft today. It's like those kinds of like if the 4 of us got together and made a game, we would be an indie company.
God, we would just look at that would be cool.
Also,
We should do
indie
that.
company is
It's a 40-hour game of Chris complaining.
You don't in indie games also you don't have like a publisher, so you're not under EA or Activision or something like that. It's you and your friends put out the game yourself.
I broke Chris.
I have nothing for that. I mean, it's just he's just.
I broke Chris.
I wonder if that cat game got any nominees.
No, I'm not seeing it. It should have though.
Now,
What game?
are these only straight up like platform like video games and computer games, or are they like app games like on?
Oh no,
phones
they
or-
have a best where is it?
Mobile game.
They have best mobile game.
Okay.
Genshin
I'll
was
read
on
these off.
mobile.
Let's see if these are any good. Final Fantasy 7 Ever Crisis, Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That's some
Straight out of South Park, first of all, but go ahead.
I know. Honkai Star Rail, whatever
Honkai
that
Star
is.
Rail, really
Monster
fun.
Hunter
I'm just
Now
saying,
and Terra Nil.
Monster
whatever
Hunter
Terra-
now is Pokemon Go, but Monster Hunter.
I was guessing that. And then what's Terra Nil?
Not sure about that.
I'm more of a Minion Rush, Angry Birds, and Western Sniper kind of game player on my phone.
I
I've been
play
playing a
One
lot of
Punch
Candy
Man
Crush.
Road to the Strongest.
I've been playing a lot of Candy Crush.
You got back into Candy Crush?
Yeah.
I've been playing Monopoly and One Punch Man, and I'm starting to get back into my Jurassic World game. Oh, Terra Nil looks cool. You kind of like terraform a planet. That might be a fun game.
I tell you I did buy Godfather 2 for the 360.
No, you didn't.
Yeah, it's pretty good. They swear a lot, and there's a lot of you shoot a lot of people. You can
Did you-
bomb.
So,
It's not easy though. It is hard because you got to maintain your rackets or you get taken over. And
Did you ever look up that one game I told you to get, Chris?
which one?
I can't remember. I know I told you to get a game like a week or two ago.
Yeah, I know. And we didn't go to that store. I thought we were gonna go on Monday, and we didn't.
Do you remember the name of the game?
I do
'Cause
not.
Now it's just like bugging me that I don't remember the name of this game.
Did you put it in a chat?
I don't think so,
But
but
let me sift through these 4,000 TikTok things. Hold on.
so what?
I wish the stupid bubbles weren't so damn big.
Yeah, this is true.
I wish it would just be like the URL when you like share
I
it.
copied Chris because I put in that Marvel's bombed, and then he put in the Marvel's bombed. So then I repeated that with the Marvel's bombed. So.
oh, sorry, I didn't realize that I what's it called?
Repost.
Reposted.
Um,
I can't find anything. I don't think I put it in the group chat.
it was a 360 game, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I'm trying to look at like my history. I'm just
Yeah,
not
so
finding it.
It's not in the trail. It's not in the. It's not in the chat. Yeah, because I was gonna look for it on Monday, but I don't even remember what it is now.
I'll think about it at like 2 a.m. when I wake up to go pee.
Right?
Because I remember you were like, "Oh yeah, this game looks kind of cool." Oh
Were we talking
well,
about it? Were we talking about it somewhere?
we talked about it in one of the episodes, I think. It was one of the ones I think recently when it was just you and me.
Yeah, I think so too. So, son of a bitch. I don't know, but I did buy the Godfather 2. I broke down and spent the $20 on it. It's a good game. So, was it a superhero game? It wasn't a superhero game.
No, I don't think it was a superhero game. I think it was like, oh, this is gonna bug me.
Oh.
Oh well, we'll think about it at some point.
I'm going to create a video game of conspiracy theories, and then if I die, then you know I was right about one of them. So,
I think there already is one.
is there?
Yeah, you gotta like do conspiracy stuff online, and then if you get like eventually the FBI will try to raid you.
Okay.
Yeah, hold on, what is that game? I think it's only on PC though.
I know on the original Xbox you could get the Playboy game, and you had to you could bang Playboy bunnies and then have parties, but you had to run the magazine and make it profitable.
What?
Yeah. On Xbox, there was a Playboy game. I've got it somewhere. I don't have an Xbox anymore. I wonder if I can play it on a 360 though. Some of them are transferable to the 360. Yeah, you run Playboy. You have the Playboy mansion, and you can bang Playboy bunnies, and you run the magazine, and you try to make it a profitable. Like you do picture shoots, I think photo shoots and stuff like that. It's all cartoon. It ain't real. It's very sim like.
Well, of course, but
but still.
I'm surprised they put that on Xbox, but the original Xbox was like the Wild West.
Yeah. Well, it was like that. What was that computer game that they had? Harvey Wallbanger, Harvey Head. What was his name? That was kind of
Weinstein, I
outrageous.
think his name was.
What was
we
it?
talking about different things?
Who?
It said Harvey Weinstein.
No, not Harvey Weinstein. No, it was a video game. It was a computer game that you could do, and it had wild stuff like that. Not crazy, not that crazy, but I don't know. I was always partial to Sim City, and then I could build or Roller Coaster Tycoon, because I could kill people on a roller coaster, or I could drop them in the lake and drown them if they complain too much. And then Sim City, you could send a
I've thought
monster
about
to
buying
destroy your
Roller
city.
Coaster Tycoon, like the newer one, but it's not a game worth like $40 in my opinion, and I'm not.
You don't think so? I had the original, and that was so much fun.
I really
started
want to
out-
buy. The latest Roller Coaster Tycoon is dope looking.
I started out with merry-go-round and
Oh, I thoroughly enjoy Roller Coaster Tycoon.
and then you
I
build the roller
still
coasters.
don't think it's worth $40
It's $20 right now.
Don't they have it for the
On-
Xbox too?
on the Xbox.
Oh, on PC it's $20 right now.
I was gonna say it's probably on Steam for $20.
Let's see here, roller
City's Skyline.
coaster tycoon. I did enjoy Sim City.
No, City Skyline. So Sim City they released a Sim City a while ago. I think it was like 2012, where you had to be online all the time, and you couldn't build like big cities anymore. You can only build like small cities. Completely killed the game. Like legitimately, they killed the game overnight.
It's $40 at Target for Roller Coaster Tycoon Adventures Deluxe for the Xbox.
But City
Thanks.
Skylines I thought by the company I talked about last week, Paradox. City Skylines is really good looking. Like City Skylines 1 is amazing, and they just came out with City Skylines 2. But I would say right now, buy City Skylines 1 and all the DLC.
Shit, I can pick up Roller Coaster Tycoon at Best Buy right now. It says I'm not.
Go do it. You won't.
I won't. But
Exactly. You don't you never leave your house. When you say you leave your house, you don't. You just like look out the balcony.
I gotta leave tomorrow. I gotta go to the grocery. I'm out of coffee, and I gotta get stuff because I'm making cookies for Thanksgiving and shit. And
Oh, you're making me cookies?
I
Special
know,
cookies would make Thanksgiving so much better. I'm just saying.
I'll be baking you some brownies in the bathroom.
Wow. Doesn't even make your buddy
You're not even here.
cookies.
You're
Who
not
says I
here.
wouldn't? Who says I wouldn't be?
I
You're
thought
not-
Chris was gonna say, "You're not even my buddy."
You're not even here. You're 2 hours away. If you
I'm
lived
2
here
hours away,
closer,
and that's not that bad of a drive.
That's so far.
then
What
come
do
and
you
get
mean?
them.
It's not even that bad of a drive.
Come and
2
get
hours. That's 4 hours both ways. Just saying.
Shit, I did it every single weekend for over a year.
Well,
You don't hear
that's
me complaining?
Put the pussy on a
That
pedestal,
sounds like
Chris.
that sounds like a you problem. I'm just saying.
Put the pussy on a pedestal.
With the price of gas.
No, when I was doing it, it was still cheap thanks to our President Trump.
PT. Let him back in.
Chris was driving.
2024.
It was 3 feet of snow on the ground, and it's coming down, and he's still driving because I'll be right there.
2024. Trump 2024. Give me that cheap gas prices.
Heck
And
yeah,
me tweets.
$9
But-
chicken wings instead of, a bag of $9 chicken wings.
I don't have to get a loan from the bank to get groceries anymore.
Holy shit, ridiculous! I hate grocery shopping. I mean,
I hate
never
it because
liked
I get half the groceries I sometimes do, and it's still like $120 for like
I was
a gallon of milk.
actually
and some
watching.
eggs.
I was watching Home Alone at work the other day, like when I was on my lunch, and
You get a lunch.
or my dinner, whatever it is. Me and the 2 or 3 like girls I was watching Home Alone with. It was the scene when he goes to the grocery store and he grabs a carton of orange juice. Like I can't remember like how it's like probably like in the quarts or whatever because I can't remember what.
Right, yeah, it was a quart
But
of
it's the
orange
big
juice.
like
That's right.
the big cardboard carton of like Tropicana or something, and he has like a whole bunch of other shit, and it comes out to like $20 maybe. And I'm thinking to myself, just that orange juice alone right now would be like $6.49. Or
I don't.
like
Even, I love orange juice. I don't even buy orange juice
Well, that
anymore
movie's
because it's
30
so
years
dumb
old.
expensive.
33 years old.
and that's what I was thinking. I was like, wow, you can see how dated this movie is just by the price of freaking groceries in it.
Well, if you
I
watch
love-
Die Hard, at the beginning of the movie, you know, when he's buying the Twinkies in the gas station, he
Yeah.
walks out to look down the street and gas is 89 cents a gallon.
I love in old movies when they're like, you know, they're trying to scare you by the price of gas, and it's like $3. It's like, oh, look how much gas is now. It's $3 a gallon. I'm like, oh my gosh, I wish it could be $3 a gallon right now.
I spent how much? I was trying to think of what I spent the other day. I bought stuff I needed. So, but like I bought hardly anything. I bought bread, and let me see here what I bought. I can remember. I bought bread, half a gallon of vanilla milk or almond milk. I'm sorry. A thing of cheese. A frozen pizza
That costs you
and
15
some
bucks right there.
pepperoni. It cost me like $25, and that's all I bought. Like I just had a handful of stuff.
Got my curse.
It was like $50 because, like I said, I had to
That
buy
neck.
some. I had to buy like contact solution, and I bought cold pills, so stuff I don't normally have to buy
Oh,
because that stuff was like $15 for just cold pills and like saline used to be $3, now it's $7.
you buy like a pack of NyQuil and it's $20.
Yeah, cold medicine's expensive as hell. It was like $7 for Sudafed.
I used to always get like name brand like NyQuil, Dayquil, stuff like that. And now it's like I'll spend a little less money, or I'll spend a little more money, buy the big packs, you know, instead of like the 20 pills, you get like the 50 pills.
Yeah,
From like the Kroger brand. I'll buy the 50 pill Kroger brand.
yeah, I do the same
Now.
thing.
It's like it's all the same in the end, but there are some things I'll still buy name brand like allergy medicine or some other things.
You
But
know it's
like
got to
cold
be the
medicine, I
same
don't care.
because Walmart just ain't making their own medicine. You know what I mean?
And you know what the worst thing is when you go and like actually like look, some of those name brands are owned by the same company that the actual brand is owned by.
Uh-huh. Isn't it
That's-
like everything in the world is owned by like 7 or 8 companies?
Yes.
Like
Like if you actually start looking
median
at
is
it.
like 5, I think.
That's why I buy Multimeal cereal because you can buy the big ass bags for like $5. And
Well,
it's like honeycombs and super golden crisp,
no,
or you can buy the little 20-ounce box for $3.
So I I bought a bag or a box of Frosted Flakes is my go-to cereal for breakfast. I bought Frosted Flakes, and half that bag was air.
That's
And I
no,
said,
dude, you got to get the Multimeal.
no. What I did, and then I was like, you know what? I'm getting Kroger brand because I do my grocery shopping at Kroger or Aldi, so I got Kroger brand, and it's half a little like you said, 20-ounce thing of Frosted Flakes was probably $8. I got the Kroger brand for $4 or
Dude,
$3.
get the Multimeal. It's a big ass bag. In
No,
fact,
I
it's
tried
got
that
the-
one. I don't like the flavor of it.
It's the same flavor.
No.
It
I
is
tried it. I did
exactly the
not like it.
same
The name
flavor.
of this episode needs to be, can
You're
you believe
crazy.
those prices?
They're the exact same thing. The
No,
honeycombs taste the same. I mean, the Lucky Charms are a little off. I'll give you that. But the basics: Frosted Flakes, honeycomb, super golden crisp,
no,
Rice
the
Krispies.
frosted. I'd rather buy Kroger brand or
It's-
the Aldi brand before I buy that big ass
The
bag of
big ass
wood
bag is
chippings.
good. You're on crack. Your taste buds deceive.
There are a
Big
couple.
bag of
There's,
cereal.
I'm trying to think of what the cereal is. The the Cinnamon Toast Crunch store brand around here, like one specific grocery store, is
better, I think, than actual Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Really?
And people always call me crazy, and I'm like, go fucking try it. And they're like, you know what, Tim, you were right. It's really good. I'm like,
See,
I'm
I
telling
think the Fruit Loops are that way, but the Multi-Meals Fruit Loops are really, really good too.
I will agree with that. Multi-meal Fruit Loops are better than regular Fruit Loops. But no, Kroger brand, I'd rather buy Kroger brand on a lot of products than the
Even-
regular brand. 'cause
Even the
Kroger
generic
brand is
Cocoa
like
Puffs.
better.
Yeah, Kroger does have good stuff. It used to be called Cost Cutter. Back in the day, it was Cost Cutter, and the box was white, and it'd say Cost Cutter cornflakes or Cost Cutter frosted flakes. It was the epitome of generic food.
Meyer
said-
changed their brand stuff to like Fredericks or something, and it's kind of confusing because a lot of their like you looking for like Meyer brand chips or like their bread or something, and it's like Fredericks now. Like their milk is still Meyer brand, but their like everything else is like Fredericks brand, and it's weird.
Their deli presentation is really nice. Their deli bakery presentation.
Oh, dude,
Myers is
I
so much
I
nicer
keep
than Walmart.
I keep meaning to go to their like little deli that's open for like lunch and dinner, but I can never think about it at Myers.
They got
Old
good
Street's
rotis-
so good.
Ours has really good rotisserie chicken. I will.
Uh
I'll give them that.
huh. But what, you guys have anything else, or about that time?
No, we can save football for later.
Okay. All right. You can catch us at Hoosier Nerds on Facebook,
Facebook,
Pod Nerds on Twitter
Twitter,
or
right,
X,
except Chris,
because I'm still banned and I refuse to get my appeal again. You can watch and listen to us at YouTube, and then you can catch us at your favorite podcasting sites.
tonight.
Shut up. TuneIn, Spotify, iTunes, and Amazon.
oh, I just came back from the bathroom, and you'll never wonder who's your nerd.
You didn't even live stream for us, Tim. I'm sad.
Rhythm.